So here I'm just going to show you some clips of me practicing at first and talk a little bit about the first impressions I have for this this machine. Now what I've learned is the hardest part, at least at first, is just getting started. Like going from a standing position without any kind of support and just going at first is practically impossible. What you're going to notice in these clips is that I'm always starting with my hand supporting myself using either a wall or the vehicle in the back, and in the front off camera there's a little fence that I stop at and I kind of hold on to that. Once you start moving forward and you have that momentum, it's a lot easier to balance, but just getting started is the hardest part. So here you can see that, or from my perspective at least, again, I can't do it from a standing position without using support. I have been practicing since then, and it has not gotten any easier, but I'm getting there slowly. So I'll probably do some recordings of that process soon, but for now I'm just showing you the initial parts of it. The balancing part is, again, it's not terrible at first, again, once you have momentum, but to get to that point is the tricky part. Now if you're supporting yourself on a wall like I am, you know, it's not a problem, but at some point you got to do it without the wall. Now I've heard some more experienced riders compare this learning process with rollerblading as well as motorcycle riding, and I can kind of see that. The balancing part is kind of like a motorcycle, except you don't get the luxury of holding onto handlebars. So rather than using your hips on a motorcycle to kind of keep balance, you're using your lower part of your legs, and you kind of pinch against the unit, and then you kind of balance that way. Whereas on a motorcycle, you would have your entire legs kind of hugging the motorcycle, and you kind of use actually your hips to balance. Now the comparison with rollerblading is more of just the fact that you're kind of using your entire body as well as your arms to balance yourself and turn at the same time. So it's if you could see here, you know, you would lean your body and kind of use your arms as a counterbalance to actually make these turns, just like on rollerblades. Now I haven't actually used rollerblades in probably over 2 decades, but I do remember how it was. You know, your arms are out and you kind of use that for balance. You kind of lean your entire body in the direction you want to go. So very much like rollerblades, except it's just on one single wheel. So you don't have that luxury of that extra balance where you can actually stop and stand still on rollerblades. Here, if you stop moving, you fall over eventually, or you just have to put your foot down. Now what I'm learning so far is that the hardest part is the starting and stopping. As you can see here, I'm trying to practice the stopping part, but I am still kind of nervous about it. And when you do stop, it's like, okay, you got to put your foot down at some point. And the panic that occurs could actually cause you to lose control of the unit. You'll notice I am wearing both knee and shin protection. I learned the hard way that you need that. Doing the same exact exercise you're seeing me do now, when I got off the unit, it actually smacked me in the shin really hard. So I've learned, got to use the protection. Now here I'm just showing, really I just want to show what the headlight looks like at night. So as you can see, this is the full headlight on, and in a moment I'm going to turn it off to show you the daytime running light. That's the daytime running light. So at night, I mean, you kind of see it, It doesn't really provide any real light. I guess it's more of a safety thing, mainly for the daytime. You can also see the brake light, which blinks when you come to a stop, which is pretty cool. Very bright light, so it makes you highly visible. The headlight, though, it's bright. It's just that it's kind of angled a little too far down, so you can't really see that far ahead. If I wasn't riding in a pitch black scenario, I think I would have to have an additional light, maybe a headlamp or something. But yeah, that's what I got for you. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, leave a comment, hit the like button, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. And with any luck, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care.